Hi, I'm RaDona from Boys and Girls Hairstyles. Today I have Debbie with me, and she is a super good friend now. She's been coming a long time. She found me on my website, and a co-worker, right? I had told you about it, and anyway, it's just awesome. So I wanted to show her haircut. It's absolutely adorable. It's really neat. Usually I do a ton of fine, thin haircuts. Debbie has a lot of hair, but she has a ton of wave to it. And so I just kind of wanted to show you this really cute haircut that you can do with wavy curly hair. So she likes the bottom shorter, obviously. Okay, and then I just come on this side. And that's the thing with curl, like you comb it down, but you let it go. You don't hold it down like this, because when you let go of that, that curl's gonna go where it's gonna go. So you just kind of comb it, and then wherever it's at, that's where you trim it. Okay, I'm going to just take my little trimmers and clean this up a tiny bit. Okay, and now I'm gonna start up top. So we're gonna take about 1/4 of an inch and just point cut into that. And then on this back part, we're going to start to bring that in, which my fingers are angled a little bit more. And they're not touching her scalp completely, but pretty close. So that's how long it will be back here. Okay, so then I start at the top again, point cut, about 1/4 of an inch off. And it's been, let's see, we do 5 weeks in between? Mm-hmm. Yes, so this is 5 weeks of growth. And you can just follow that guide point that you have, you know, up top. Okay, angle the fingers. Okay, up here again, 1/4 of an inch, point cut, and then follow that. Do like a 90-degree until you get to the middle of the head, and then that's when you start down with the angle. Okay, again, up top. Okay, you can see that angle, and I'm pretty tight to her head. And then gonna show you on this side after I get this done. Okay, now we want to be a little bit careful here because she wants to keep this longer over her ear. So you don't want to take length off there, but you do want to take from this length down in so it connects and matches the hair on the inside. So you can see that that's longer here. And so I'm going to come from this long piece and come tight on the side. And then I always, you know, after I dry it, if I feel like I need to go a little bit shorter, like to connect this, I will, but I like to leave it longer And especially with curl can shrink once you dry it. So I like to leave it a little bit longer. Debbie's saying, up here. She's like, yes, it does. Angle down. Okay, remember we're getting close to the sides. So we want to bring this. This is that length from this side, so you can see that. I'm going to come up to this length. And then, of course, I'm going to come down here with my fingers and angle that tight. You can see that connects here. Okay, and then like I said, when I go to dry it, then we'll see on these sides if we need to take some more. Okay, now on top, she likes, you know, about the same length from her top because she likes it nice and short and easy. So that means I'm just coming straight across. So I'm not like on an angle or anything, I just come straight across. Debbie was so amazing. So when I was asking her if I could videotape, she's saying absolutely, just so sweet. She just didn't, she's so good to me, so good. So thank you for letting us do this.
No problem.
It's so cute, and you guys will love her color when we're done. She's one of those blessed ones that have an awesome color just on her own. Okay, so she likes longer over here, and I'm going to show you how we texture, you know, so it's not so thick, but you can see right here, I'm just going to kind of trim that because she wants all that length. So I just keep coming up on the side. Up to the top, okay? So, same thing, I'm gonna hold this out. Of course, I'm gonna trim this a little bit, just the edges a little bit, because she wants the length. And then I'm just gonna pull this down and make sure. I'm just gonna take a tiny bit right there. Okay, so that should be good. And then same with this side. We're gonna hold this out, barely trim that. Because we obviously don't want like big bulk on her sides. Mm-hmm. Right, Debbie? And yes. So even sometimes after we dry Debbie's hair, we will always go back through and thin out those spots. Because obviously, if you have a lot of hair and you have some curl, if you do leave it longer, it can definitely be bushy. Mm-hmm. So we go back and get rid of some of that extra sometimes. Okay, and then for her bangs, she wants some length off of them, but what I like to do is just come in here, start up a little bit in, open and close my shears, because we don't like, you know, the straight bang, excuse me, on her. More piecey, right, Debbie?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And you can tell I'm kind of bringing my arm back, like up and back down when I'm on this side. Okay, and she wants these left because she wants that long. One other thing that I'm gonna do is when people want sides longer, sometimes it can get bulky through this area. And she doesn't want a ton of bulk there. So what I do is I just bring this up. See that little, it's kind of a little bit of a corner in there. I just take that off. Then I come across here, same thing. See that little corner? Just take that. Same thing right here. Okay, now especially with curly hair, if we need to cut after, great, but my advice is, you know, keep a little bit longer, like the bang area. Like if you need to go back in, that's great, just leave it a little bit longer, that way you won't totally butcher their hair, because it definitely will shrink. Okay, so, and these are the fine tooth texturizing shears. And I'm going through this. This gives it, just so it doesn't feel so bulky to her. Plus when we lift up the top, it's gonna help that lift also. Okay, now I'm going to just comb that hair out. You doing good, Deb?
Yep, thank you.
Yeah, you betcha. Okay, do you want the root lifter or do you want just the frizz and the...
Whatever you think.
Okay, we're gonna do a tiny bit.
Okay.
Okay. She does always use the little bit of blowout cream. And then for her curl, I mean, you just need a tiny bit, but this is a frizz cream. It's for frizz, for curl, just to smooth that out. So we like to put that on so it looks shiny and smooth when we're done and not fuzzy, huh? Okay, now I'm going to dry this. We're just gonna dry this down in the back. And I'm really excited for you guys to see it dry because her color is gorgeous. She goes this way, so right this way. Now the thing with curly and frizzy hair, hers isn't too frizzy, so I can get away with using the Epic brush. But if you have too much curl, you don't want to be messing with it a ton. It'll go frizzy. So I can use this, but not. If you have more curl, you don't want to go like this or you're going to have a fuzzy mess. Another thing with curl is sometimes if you use a lower speed on the blow dryer, that can be another helpful thing. If it's really kinky curly or frizzy. You guys can probably see that color starting to, I'm like, people come to get their hair colored like this. She is lucky. Okay, now before I use the flat iron, I always like to have her feel if it feels too thick. Okay, go ahead and feel your size. She knows the routine.
Yeah.
She can kind of feel it, and then she can tell me where it's
maybe right
a little
there.
bit through there. Okay.
Just a little bit right through there.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so she wants some more. It feels just a little bit thick through here. So that's what I do, like 1, 2, 3, 4. I just kind of go in and then out as I move the shears towards the ends of her hair. Okay. It would be just awesome if you had all that hair to like thin. She's like, yeah, whatever. Okay, you want to feel that and make sure that's good? Perfect.
Yeah, that's much better, thank you.
Okay, yeah, you betcha. Okay, so for her sides, what we do is we just bring the flat iron in. I just pull this straight down. And then up here, give it some lift, which you just take the flat iron and come straight up with it. I mean, and sometimes if you want to wear it like without that look, or obviously when it gets a little bit longer, it doesn't stay up as well.
Yes.
And so you can just kind of have it more bent, more of a curled look. I guess not curled, but you know what I mean by more rounded or whatever you want to call it. Okay, and now this side, same thing, just bring that flat iron in. And then, of course, the bang area. I don't need to have that in your face. Let me turn you that way. Okay, before I put the stuff in it, do you want to see if that's about...
Yeah.
Yeah, good? Yeah, okay, sweet. See what I mean about her color? It's like she has the low lights, the highlights, the awesomeness. The clay is sadly discontinued, which I am like, literally maybe have shed some tears over it. There is a new one that I've been trying. I haven't tried it yet. I bought it to try it, but I still have, I'm on my last bottle. So I will let you know if I like that. Because I know a ton of us love this for our hair cuts and styles, because that's what makes the cut is the styling stuff. So okay, now I'm just gonna back comb just a little bit. I used the black 2-in-1 on her also. That's the shampoo that keeps it bright, or brightens blonde. So that's really nice to keep that shine in there. Okay, I'm gonna turn her to the mirror so I can see if what I've done is right or not.
That's great.
Is that good? So cute. Okay. Now, so what I'm doing now is just taking the front, just kind of taking my nails, piece it out a little bit. Then you can take your fingers and just lift that also. All right. Okay, Debbie, thank you, thank you.
No, thank you.
Yeah, you betcha. I'm gonna turn her around so you can see the finished do. Okay, sweet. All right, you guys, thank you so much. Thanks for your support and always watching, and hope to see you next time. Have a good night. See ya.